We're back for our daily MLB Best Bets here on September 11th. We have got a couple games today, or 10 games today in Major League Baseball. We're going to give you our 5 best bets for the entire schedule. Now, before we get into the video, folks, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more daily MLB Best Bets here on the channel. Also on the channel this week, we've got our NFL predictions. Obviously, today is Thursday Night Football, Packers, Commanders. Go make sure to check out that video. That's going to be linked in the description down below, along with our college football predictions. Over 3.5 hours of college football predictions here on the channel. Again, check both those out, along with our UFC Noche predictions. Diego Lopez and John Silva this week from the Frostbank Center in San Antonio, Texas on Greedo Plays MMA. Go check out that channel. We will have our best bets for UFC Noche later today on Greedo Plays MMA as well. Go subscribe over there. Go subscribe to this channel. Let's do it. Our first of 5 best bets for today. Kicking things off with our first money line. I'm going with the Pittsburgh Pirates on the road. Now, yesterday the money lines sucked. And the run line. It is what it is. We hit with the Nationals best bet. Dalen Lyles, the hottest hitter on the planet. And then the NRFI hit over in San Diego. So we went 2 and 3 yesterday. Looking for a lot better of a day today. And I am going to start the day with the Pirates money line. I know what you're thinking. Oh, right away, we're taking a plus 120, potentially plus 130 team right after getting, I wouldn't say embarrassed, but scoring 1 run in 11 innings or 1 run in 10 innings with Paul Skeens pitching. And now you're going to take them to win? Yes, I am. Because look who's going for Baltimore today. Cade Povich. Yesterday, right, Skeens pitches his ass off. And again, I will keep saying this. Probably the greatest talent I've ever gotten to witness ever at the pitching position, and he is in his 2nd season. But it's a damn shame what the Pittsburgh Pirates are doing. He goes 5 innings, 8 strikeouts, and 2 hits, 0 runs in 5 innings. They pull him after 64 pitches. I get it. They want to save the arm. They got to maintain his trade value going into 2026 and 2027. It's a shame because he easily could have gone 7-8, but they're sitting on a lead for the Cy Young. They know he's going to win it. His ERA is now down to 1.9, so there's no reason to push him in a game that ultimately doesn't matter for Pittsburgh, right? They take a lead, a 1-0 lead going into the 8th inning because, of course, no run support, just a Spencer Horwitz home run, and then O's score 1 in the bottom of the 8th. Jackson Holliday sneaks 1 through with a 220 expected batting average, and then a walk-off single in the bottom of the 10th because the Pirates can't score at all. So we are going to be playing the team today who had 2 hits yesterday in the Pittsburgh Pirates because Cade Povich is going for the Orioles. Cade Povich in 2025 is an ERA of 5.16. This is a very mediocre pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles. He's going to give you 5, potentially 6 innings, but he's going to give up runs. So that's why we have to go Pittsburgh here. And at the same time, too, the Pirates, we're not getting Paul Skeens tonight, obviously, but we're getting Johan Oviedo pitching. It's the righty out of Cuba. 2.78 ERA this season, and every single start that he's gone out there and done, the max has given up his 2 runs. He's given up either 2 or 1 run in every single start that he's had, and he just got brought back up to the Major League roster in mid-August. So you look at his last 4 starts, there's only 4 starts of the season. 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 run against the Blue Jays. 4 innings, 3 hits, 1 run against the Cardinals. 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs against the Red Sox. And 5 innings, 1 hit, 1 run against the Milwaukee Brewers. That 1 run, though, was unearned against Milwaukee on Friday. I know we definitely are going to have to eventually rely on the Pittsburgh Pirates bullpen because that's just what they do. A, their starters do not go deep into games, and B, well, they just don't pitch Oviedo deep into games in general either. I mean, the most pitches he's ever thrown was a 5-inning appearance or 5-inning start in Boston at Fenway Park against the Red Sox. He pitched 79 pitches. And as we saw with Skeens yesterday, he pitches, he goes 5 innings on 68 pitches. It's just Pittsburgh's not going to push any of their starters right now past 5 innings if they're not a veteran innings eater, which I guess you could kind of say Oviedo is, though. I mean, Oviedo made his Major League debut back in 2020 with St. Louis, and he's 27 years of age. So maybe they do push him, but if history's going to show anything, they haven't. The O's are winning, and the O's are playing really good baseball. I mean, this run's going to end eventually, right? I mean, they have won 7 out of their last 8 games for a Baltimore team that's now only 9 games under. Obviously, postseason is long gone for the Orioles. They could win out, and they still would not get in. Probably not. I think their run has to end eventually. Well, obviously it's going to. I think today's going to be that end. And I get it. You look at the Pirates lineup. Oh, who do we have to rely on hits? Spencer Horwitz, Brian Reynolds, Tommy Pham. O'Neal Cruz, I think, is 3 for his last 28, I think, at the plate. Shout out the Atlanta Falcons. No. And they're playing Ji-Hwan Bae in the 8 spot, who I don't know. I mean, he's a 0.67 hitter this year. I know he hasn't played much, but the Pirates commentators yesterday were saying when Ji Hwan Bae was at the plate, he could be a really productive player if he knew how to get a bunt down. I mean, what are we doing? Baltimore, again, their run has to end. I keep speaking very highly of Jeremiah Jackson, Jackson Holiday, Gunnar Henderson. This run's going to end eventually, and I think that's going to be today. I think it's a great spot for us, right? Oviedo has been really good since coming back to the major leagues, and Cade Povich hasn't been the best, right? So if Pittsburgh can just take a lead once we get into the bullpens, I think we're going to be fine here. And I think it's a great spot to get them at plus money too. Day game, getaway game. Baltimore coming off the highs of walking off Pittsburgh in back-to-back nights. I think the Pirates just have to get one, and I do believe that one is going to be today at Camden Yards. Give me Pittsburgh Pirates money line to kick off the day at plus 120. Again on the road in Baltimore. We move on now to our second best bet of the video. We go to our Washington Nationals best bet of the day. I'm going Nats money line plus 110. So very surprisingly, Mackenzie Gore's back. I didn't expect that at all. I just assumed he was done for the season, but he's back. I mean, obviously, again, we knew it was nothing related to the UCL, nothing related to the Tommy John injury, but he is back with the shoulder injury. And can I ask why? I'm happy I get to watch Mackenzie Gore pitch today, but if he gets injured in his last 3 starts of the season, we are going to be raising hell. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me entirely. Especially Gore's second half of the season has not been good. There's been some few bright spots that start against the Phillies, that start in San Francisco. Against the Giants, he was excellent. But I didn't think it was a horrible idea to just shut down the 26-year-old all-star in Mackenzie Gore and just get ready for 2026, right? I mean, as a whole, it's still the best year he's ever had in the major leagues, but we're going to push him back after an injury. And also, I don't know, are we going 6-man rotation now? I feel like we have to, right? Because Andrew Alvarez obviously in the starting rotation now. I guess we're just going 6-man, even though there's a very easy, we could send Mitchell Parker or Jake Irvin both away. I know both of them just had good starts, but they pitched against the Marlins. So I'm not against just moving Mitch to the bullpen now. I know he just pitched the best game of his life in Miami just 2 days ago. That's fine. Legitimately, put him in the bullpen. I would have no complaints. I'm not even asking for a DFA. I'm not asking for a Rochester call. Send him to the bullpen. So I don't know entirely what the corresponding move is going to be today for the Nationals. I'm sure by the time this is up, we will know the corresponding move. But I'm glad Gore's back. Again, he has elite stuff when he's healthy, and this is the right lineup in all fairness to bring him back against. Miami has struggled a lot in this series, except for yesterday once Irvin exited for the most part. But I mean, also, I wouldn't have minded Gore coming back for the weekend series at home against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Why not do that? I don't know. It's Dylan Cruz bobblehead night in a couple days in DC, and you couldn't have Mackenzie pitch that day with probably the biggest crowd we're going to get legitimately until the end of the season. But it is what it is. It's fine. I know, again, I mean, we don't do bullpen games, so you needed a guy like Mackenzie Gore to step up today because, we are still in the Stone Age in terms of technology. Anyways, I'm taking the Nationals to win this baseball game at plus 110. Again, if Gore is pitching, sign me up. Same time, Marlins are starting a guy in Ryan Weathers who hasn't pitched in months either. Ryan Weathers has not pitched since June 7th. He was put on the 60-day IL with a lat injury, and now he's back. I mean, okay, what is dude going to be coming off of a multi-month injury? Gore, again, I'm concerned about, he's back, but Gore just pitched last month against the Yankees. It's been, again, 2.5 weeks since Mackenzie Gore's last pitched. Ryan Weathers hasn't pitched since June. And no, Weathers wasn't doing a horrible job prior to the injury, but his last 2 starts before the injury weren't great. Against the Giants, 6 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs. I guess that's serviceable. And the next start in Tampa, the game that he got injured in, on the road, Weathers goes 3 innings, 3 hits, and 4 runs, only 3 of them earned. So the ERA in the month of June, the last 2 games he pitched was 7. Overall ERA, though, for 2025 for Ryan Weathers is 3.28. Again, the Atlanta Falcons just keep popping up in this video, man. 3.28 ERA for Ryan Weathers. The Nats, I mean, they had the game yesterday. It's just, I don't get worked up about the Nationals anymore in September just because, what do I have to get worked up about? The only thing that sucked the most with that Nationals game yesterday was Dylan Cruz. Dylan Cruz didn't get a hit. But Dalen Lyle, I mean, what the hell, man? This dude. 2 for 4 yesterday at the plate, batting .286 now in the season. He continues to mash the baseball, and another triple. He has tied the Nationals single season record. He's tied the Nationals rookie record for most triples in a year with 9, tied now with Bryce Harper. I have a feeling he's probably going to hit one more. I mean, he's hit multiple now in just this Miami series. He's hit 4 in the last week. I mean, it's insane, really. When you really process this, And if Dalen Lyle put in the Los Angeles Dodgers, if he played in the New York Yankees, the New York Metropolitans, the Boston Red Sox, the Philadelphia Phillies, everybody right now would be talking about Dalen Lyle. It's just he plays in the Nationals, and right now they're playing the Marlins in front of 10 people. You know, he's not going to get the media attention that he should. But Dalen Lyle, should be getting votes for Rookie of the Year this year. He is going to be a very good player going forward. And that's one of the main reasons why, again, we're going Nats money line today. Yesterday, right, we successfully took Dalen Lyle on the over total bases, right? We got that in the 6th inning with this triple. But the Nats are hitting the ball well. Josh Bell, again, another good day yesterday for Josh Bell. 2 hits, one in the 6th and one in the 8th. I think the Nats should be fine today. I don't know what Ryan Weathers is going to be coming off the injury. Also, I believe the Marlins are probably going to be a little hesitant putting him back out there, or at least leaving him deep in the game. And also, the Marlins had to use a lot of arms out their bullpen, and a lot of plus arms out their bullpen after Yuri Perez had to leave the game in the 6th inning when we took a 3-0 lead, only to give it back up right away. That's what happened as soon as we pulled Jake Irvin from the game. Well, not entirely. I mean, I know Irvin, he's responsible for the runs, but, he wasn't the one. Anyway, it's his earned runs, but he wasn't on the field when the runs were scored. Anyways, I think the Nats should win. I think they should. We did not get a Cole Henry appearance yesterday. We did not get a Jose Ferrer appearance. And I know both of those guys pitched 2 days ago. Ferrer only for 1 batter, and Henry shit the bed. But we should get them for an extended period of time today. If we need, again, our 2 best relievers there should be out there. And I don't expect McKenzie to go too deep in the start. I'd say probably 5, maybe 6 if we're pushing it. I expect a Paul Skeens level pitch count today for McKenzie Gore. And that's fine. We just need to see him get back in the swing of things. I think the Nationals should win. I think they're going to win 3 of 4 here in Miami. Lineups just the bats are hitting the ball really well. And Gore should be able to shut down this Miami offense that he's seen various levels of success against in the past, but giving the Washington Nationals to walk into Miami and win this one plus 110 on the money line. Our 3rd best bet of the video is going to be our daily NRFI from Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio. We have got the AL Central matchup between the Kansas City Royals and the Cleveland Guardians. The Guardians finally lose yesterday, so they are now another game back in the postseason race. They're 3.5 back the Mariners, who Rivas hit a walk-off home run yesterday. Insane stuff to keep the Mariners now a game and a half above Texas. Anyways, though, Guardians finally lose yesterday. Their 6-game winning streak or whatnot, 5-game winning streak comes to an end from Kansas City. There has not been the most runs scored in the series so far, except for the first game, right? Monday's game, a 10-2 victory for Cleveland. And then on Tuesday, though, a 2-0 victory for for Cleveland, and then a 4-3 victory yesterday for the Guardians. Or for the Royals. I switched that up again. We've done this a lot this season. At the beginning of the year, yes, I was very hesitant picking Guardians Nerfies because I'm not going to lie, I was scared of Kwan, and I'm still kind of scared of Jose Ramirez. Don't get me wrong, I'll say this all the time. Stephen Kwan's still a plus bat in the league, very elite hitter. I'm not overly concerned right now. I'm just not, And that's not even 100% on Kwan. It's just, well, look who's hitting behind him. I mean, is it Angel Martinez? Is it yesterday they were batting Valera behind him, right? I know J-Ram's always in that 3 spot and you got to worry about him, but okay, as long as J-Ram doesn't put one over the fence, then who? Manzardo's behind him, Schneeman's behind him. I'm not really concerned about that. Starting for the Royals today, it's going to be Stephen Kolek. Kolek's been all right, 3.88 ERA. Obviously started the year with the Padres, was, moved at the deadline. First 2 starts as a Royal, pretty damn good. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run against the Detroit Tigers, and then against the Minnesota Twins, 7 innings, 6 hits, and 2 runs. Yeah, Kolek's been pretty good. So I expect Kolek to go out here and get us 3 outs early. I know, again, he's going to have to see probably have to see 3 lefties here. Yeah, I mean, I assume they're going to keep batting Valera second. So Kwan lefty, Valera lefty, and then obviously J-Ram a switch hitter. That's okay. I believe Kolek's going to be able to come through, and we should be fine in that spot. Flip side, pitching tonight for the Cleveland Guardians is going to be Gavin Williams. Now, Gavin Williams, right, has had a good 2025, truthfully. I mean, right, 3.17 ERA this season. Obviously had that no-hitter bid earlier in the year at Queens against the New York Metropolitans. But since that no-hitter, if you take away his very next start against the Miami Marlins, Gavin Williams has given up very limited runs. He's given up, goodness, let me do the math real quick. He's given up 4 runs in 24-ish innings, 22-ish innings. I'll take that. I really will. Gavin Williams' ERA in the month of August was 2.43, and his only starts so far in September on the road in Tampa, which, by the way, not an easy place to pitch. He goes 7 innings, 7 hits, and just 1 run allowed. It's a solo home run. Puts 3 guys on base with walks. That's always been a concern, right, with Gavin Williams. That's something that really hurt him in that, 8 2/3 appearance, obviously going for the no-hitter up in Queens. He put 4 guys on base on balls. but he's still a very productive pitcher. He can get outs, mainly a pitch to contact guy. He can get strikeouts and he can get Ks, but he's going to be a guy that's going to force off contact, force you to likely roll over, put balls in the air, get under stuff. I like Gavin Williams in the spot, especially against the Royals lineup that I've never been high on this season. I don't know. I mean, Maikel Garcia and Bobby Witt Jr. are incredible talents. Do not get me wrong, right? Maikel's batting 292 this season. Bobby Witt batting 295. You have Vinny Pasquantino likely in the 3 before Salvi in the 4. Again, good hitters, don't get me wrong, but I do think Gavin Williams is going to be able to manage his way through this lineup. The biggest concern, in my opinion, yes, Bobby Witt. I mean, I just mentioned, the top 3 guys, Garcia, Witt, Pasquantino. Well, those guys yesterday, they went and combined 6 for 12. So those guys, 500 hitters yesterday. Those guys had 6 hits. The rest of the lineup had 3 for Kansas City yesterday. Salvi had 1, Jonathan India had 1, and then Lofton had 1 late in the game at a pinch hitting appearance for Kyle Isbell. I think we're okay here. I think we are. I do believe somewhat in Gavin Williams. I mean, I like the matchups that he's going to get, right? You're going to get righty-righty with both Garcia and Witt, and then obviously you're going to get a lefty in there with Pasquantino, and if we get there, the righty and Salvi. I think the more concerning part legitimately probably is going to be, no, it definitely is, Kolek versus the Guardians. I think the top half of the first inning is going to be fairly easy, especially with Gavin Williams at home. Just the way he's pitched as well recently, we just need Kolek to come through for us. And I will always say this with Cleveland Guardians nerfies, because I don't know if there's not many more teams we've gone to nerfies more this season. Maybe White Sox, Dodgers, Red Sox, probably the only 3 we've done more. Maybe definitely not the Red Sox. The Red Sox, we've done so many this year just because of Crochet and because I usually like their pitching. Bram Bello and whatnot, Lucas Giolito. Anyways, the key to Guardians nerfies is Stephen Kwan. If in the bottom of the first inning, Stephen Kolek's able to get Kwan, I'm not too concerned about Valera. The only concern I have with Valera is, okay, Kwan gets on the single, Valera moves him over, and now, okay, Stephen Kwan's in scoring position for Jose Ramirez. If Kolek's able to get Kwan, he should be able to get Valera, and then, okay, we just got to get J-Ram, who, again, that's much easier said than done. He's a 287 hitter. He's slugging 511 this season. I understand that. I'll take my chances, though, again, if we get if we get the first inning out the way, the top half of the first inning out the way with Gavin Williams, and then, okay, Stephen Kolek just needs to get J-Ram. I'm not going to try to tell you, the entire thing's just minus 120 odds for Stephen Kolek to set down Jose Ramirez, but I do believe it's a fairly, I don't want to say an easy play, but I feel like it's a good play here over in Progressive Field, or at Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Give me the nerfy, Stephen Kolek and Gavin Williams here in this AL Central matchup, the 4th of a 4-game set between the Guardians and Royals. I believe there are going to be no runs scored in the first inning on Fox. We go on now to our 4th best bet of the video. We go to our best player prop of the day. I get it's minus 140, but this one does feel pretty money to me right now, especially considering how the Mariners hit yesterday. Yes, is Seattle right now on a 5-game winning streak? Oh, they are. What the hell was that last night? That was atrocious. A 13-inning win for the Seattle Mariners, and they get it done, right? But I witnessed this team try to, the phrase escape the jaws of defeat. I witnessed the Mariners try to enter the jaws of defeat. Like any moment possible, they were trying to lose that game. I don't understand. Don't get me wrong. The Cardinals were trying to lose that game too. I don't know what Ivan Herrera was doing on the base paths in the top of the 10th inning. And I thought, okay, once Herrera screwed up not once, but twice running the bases at second, I was like, all right, Mariners can probably clean it up in the bottom half of the 10th inning and just win the baseball game. No. This one ended up in the 13th. I mean, it was an atrocious game. Mariners had bases loaded, 1 out in the bottom of the 10th inning. What happens? Yeah, Julio Rodriguez swings at 3 pitches, not even remotely close to the strike zone. Actually, he looks at 1 and then swings at 2 that are like 4 balls off the plate. I don't know what that guy's doing. And then Josh Naylor proceeds to strike out. So you go to the top of the 11th, right? Cardinals score. Bottom of the 11th, Jorge Polanco kicks it off with a double to tie the game. Right now it's 2-2. Anyways, you eventually get bases loaded for the Mariners. They pinch hit for Robles to get a bunt down. So they had bases loaded, no outs. J.P. Crawford in J.P. Crawford fashion rolls over to first base. They get 1 out. And then here comes Cole Young, who might be one of the worst hitters on the planet. And he grounds right into a double play, sticks the bat out on a pitch that's not even a strike. Just sticks the bat up there. It's a double play. They go pitcher to home, catcher to first, inning over. Top of the 12th happens. Cardinals can't hit. They pop 1 out, soft rollers the other 2, whatever. We go to the bottom of the 12th. What happens? Rosarena lines out. They walk Cal Raleigh, so you got first and second again, and then Julio strikes out again. I know, again, I'm giving a very long retelling of this game. I'm just going to emphasize to you how bad Julio Rodriguez is sometimes, especially in clutch moments. Okay, this is the nitty-gritty right now. We are on to the postseason chase. We're on the postseason hunt, and this is how your best player is performing? I know it's Cal Raleigh, but this is your franchise guy playing like this? Again, how does Julio strike out? Swinging at balls that aren't even remotely close to the strike zone. Anyways, Rivas hits the walk-off home run in the bottom of the 13th because I'm convinced the Cardinals were trying to lose yesterday as well. I guess for draft picks. I don't know. But anyways, my point with all this being, look how bad the Mariners are hitting right now. They struck out 11 times yesterday, and 3 of them went to Julio. Okay. Jose Soriano, his line's only 4.5. Last game, he didn't hit it, sure, but he went 2 innings against the A's, and he got ushered out of that game really quickly. He went 2 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 8 runs, walked 5 guys, and only struck out 4 batters. But again, he had that bad of a start. He got 9 outs and still struck out almost half of them. I'll take that. Start before that against the Houston Astros over at Minute Maid Park. Yes, it's still Minute Maid Park to me. 7 innings, 1 hit, 0 runs, 8 Ks. Rangers start 5 2/3, 4 hits, 0 runs, 6 Ks. A's start 5 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, gets blown up, 5 strikeouts. Dodgers 6 innings, 2 hits, 0 runs, 8 Ks. 6 Ks, my goodness. Still, he gets strikeouts for the most part. Okay, he's been on a good run, and also, the Angels are very playable to win the game straight up in Seattle today. I'm just saying, I know Bryce Miller's going for the Mariners. He has not been very good this season. I think it's very playable going Angels money line, and I will give you that as well. I think the Pirates was a better play. And I like a play later. I think, knock on wood. We'll get to that one in a second. But the best play of this specific game is Jose Soriano over just the Angels winning. I think they can win. I think Jose Soriano is going to be a big reason to that, because the thing with Jose Soriano has always been he has a really bad start and then he comes back and has a great start. It's just a really weird thing that he does. It's usually horrible start, good start, horrible start, good start, horrible start. So it's usually, again, 1 bad start, then 2 really good starts, and then he's going to be crap. And then 2 more good starts, then he gets blown up again. He's coming off a really bad start. I'd expect Jose Soriano to be really good. His ERA so far in the month of September, if you care, is 30.86. The Mariners are going to strike out. I just know what this team does. Arozarena strike out 100%. Arozarena strikes out a lot. Carolai strikes out a lot. Julio strikes out a lot. Naylor strikes out a lot. Gino strikes out a lot. Cole Young sucks. He strikes out a lot. J.P. Crawford's just going to roll over every single time to pop out, but still right soft contact. That's just what they do. Yeah, they hit a lot of home runs. Jose Soriano, I think, is going to have a really good night tonight. I firmly believe that. I don't think he's faced off against the Mariners all year long. Oh, he has, in late July. Did all right against them, 5 Ks in 6 innings. We'll take that line tonight. We really will, okay? I think Soriano does it. Also, the Mariners coming off the high of, walking off a team that you probably shouldn't have beat yesterday because you suck, but they found a way. And again, I keep saying it, I'd much rather the Mariners get in the postseason than the Rangers, okay? That's a way more fun for me to watch Seattle in the playoffs than Texas, okay? I had nothing against either of those two, nothing against Texas. I'm not even a Mariners fan at all. I just much rather watch Seattle play postseason baseball. But that's neither here or there. Give me Jose Soriano minus 140. Angels money line is today. Today is very playable at the same exact time. To our final best bet of the video, I can't believe I'm doing this. Oh my goodness, I can't believe. So yes, before you ask, I did watch the entire game yesterday. I did watch Rockies versus Dodgers. And I saw what the absolute joke of a pathetic baseball team that was yesterday in the Colorado Rockies. And I get it. That's expected, obviously. I knew what I signed up for yesterday, with the Rockies being the worst team in Major League Baseball history. I mean, not technically, but it feels like they are. So I knew what I signed up for yesterday, and that's okay. We're doing it again. Why, you might ask? Because the Padres aren't good, okay? San Diego's not a good baseball team. They are single-handedly letting the Reds back into the playoff hunt. San Francisco loses yesterday. Well, now, okay, Cincinnati is now 2 games back of the Mets. And actually, Cincinnati's a true 2 games behind the Mets because the Giants actually don't have the tiebreaker against New York. So, again, if the season ended, and the Giants caught up and they both have this identical record, say they're both, 84 and 78 or 85 and 77. So both those teams are 85 and 77 to end the year. Mets get in the postseason. But if you add the Reds into that equation, the Reds and Mets are tied. The Reds get in because they beat the Mets more times than the Mets beat them in the regular season. So truly, the Reds are 2 games back, and the Giants are 3 games back when you really look at it, just because, again, of the tiebreaker. Okay, Cincinnati's in it because of how crappy the Padres are. They don't hit the baseball, okay? And they should have gotten swept, if not for Jackson Merrill bailing them out on Monday. They would have gotten swept by the Reds, and they'd be a team too. They're in the playoffs. They've got a lot of, they've got 5 games on them. They got 3 games on the Mets and 5 games on the Reds, but still, then you'd be getting a little more concerned. Okay, now you only got 4 games on them. I don't know. The Padres aren't good. Nobody hits on this team right now. They scored 1 run yesterday, and that was, I believe it was Nando, right? Nando hit the Fernando hit the home run. Yeah, for the first time in forever, Fernando Tatis contributes something to the San Diego Padres. He hits a home run 360 feet. But Cincinnati scores 2 in the 8th, and they win the baseball game 2-1. So I'm going to take the Rockies to cover 1.5. Guys, I'm a big believer in the fact that you can't be that bad on back-to-back nights. They let Blake Snell look like he's a Cy Young again, after Snell got beat up in his last 2 starts by the Pirates. The Pirates beat up on Blake Snell. The Rays beat up on Blake Snell. And the Rockies, I know the Rockies suck, but still. You strike out 11 times to Blake Snell, and nobody, like, you don't have the iPads in the clubhouse, in the dugout. None of you can realize that nasty curveball isn't going to end up in the strike zone. Disgusting. Disgusting. They have to be better tonight, and I think I'm a big believer also in the fact you see a really good pitcher last night in Blake Snell, and now you see nothing against Randy Vasquez, but now you see Randy Vasquez. Very hittable. If anything, like, Randy Vasquez is going to give up hits, okay? Whether or not you can score on him, that's another thing, but if, there's going to be hittable balls. Rockies, last time they saw Randy Vasquez, 6 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs. I'll take that. I'll take that. Right now, especially against a Padres team that can't hit, and I get it, where the Rockies are starting McCade Brown, who's got a 12.54 ERA this season, but take him away from Colorado, we'll see, right? 2 out of the 3 starts have been in Colorado, okay? Which, I know what happened to the other start. Well, that's his first ever career start, right? Yeah, it's his first ever career start against the Pirates. Okay, so let's think about this. First start, I can excuse it. It's first ever start. Pirates, that's not a good lineup. I can excuse it. Second 2 starts, they're at home. They're at elevation. I don't care. Last time he saw the Padres, yeah, they beat up on him. He went 5 outs, 5 hits, 6 runs. He's ready this time, okay? I'm believing in McCade Brown today. Also, we don't even need to win with the Rockies today, okay? We just need to cover 1.5. I think they should be able to, all right? I oddly enough have enough confidence in the Rockies. Not because of the Rockies, because the Padres suck at baseball right now. Okay? Not to say that they permanently suck, but they've sucked for quite a bit now. Okay? I think we're just able to manage here. Lineup's not hitting all that well for San Diego. And I think the Rockies can score Randy Vasquez. I think they can. Okay? If the Rockies can score 3 runs tonight, we should be fine. Because the odds the Padres score 5 are extremely low. So I think we're going to be all right today. I'm going to go Rockies plus 1.5 on the road in San Diego. If you don't like this play, that's fine. Just go Angels money line if you want something to bet for the late session. Because I do think that's playable as well. Just because of how bad Bryce Miller's been recently. Again, in that specific game, though, I usually keep it to 1 bet per game. I would rather go Jose Soriano. But again, Angels money line I think is very playable. We are siding with a lot of dogs today. Which, again, this can either go really well for us or it can go south very quickly. Let's hope it goes very well, okay? So let's have a better day today. Again, Thursday Night Football tonight as well. If you want to see our prediction for Commanders versus Packers from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, that is linked in the description down below with our Week 2 NFL predictions. Folks, if you haven't yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you do this great thing in the picks. We'll be back tomorrow for more daily MLB Best Bets, and make sure to check us out on Greedo Plays MMA later today for our UFC Noche predictions or best bets, again, along with the predictions over there as well. Folks, thank y'all for watching. Make sure that subscribe button down below for more. And Mamba, forever.